Hey, it's me, Baba Day 3, and welcome to my second part of Let's Play Pac-Man The Ghostly Adventure. In this Let's Play, we're going to complete two levels, and as you can see there, that you can sometimes choose whichever you want to play first. Sometimes you don't need to finish all the levels in a world, or even to complete the main story. And now we're introduced to our second power of the game, the Ry-Pac, or possibly the dead, depending which order you take. But the Ry-Pac enemy, pretty much you throw your fireballs, pretty much like Super Mario Bros. But the only small difference is that you can actually lock onto your enemies with Ry-Pac. This is probably one of my favorite power-ups in this game. It really has an unbelievable range to complete to destroy ghosts, and it's a very useful power-up. Actually, even use it to in one of the boss battles, which is kind of a little bit far away, but it's gonna be a fun boss battle once we get to it. You also need a fire power-up to defeat these ice ghosts. Once you hit them, they melt, and all you have to do is eat them just like that. Yeah, pretty much all you have to do is just in this game is eat ghosts and do a little platforming. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's a very simple game, and well, as I saw most reviewers who most of them don't like the game because it's too generic, and they don't really like the new story or the Pac-Man, which I can understand. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. Even I'm not too crazy. I want to call this game a AAA title, not even a AA, but I think it's a decent platform for what it is, and if they're aiming for the younger audience, I think they at least succeeded in that. But anyways, all you have to do is eat ghosts. I like to give Pac-Man the nickname Ry-Pac. For those who don't get the reference, this is WWE wrestler named Ry-Pac, and his catchphrase used to be "Feed me more." And well, I think it pretty much can put the two together. Anyways, you also get the exciting things that you have to either jump or destroy those obstacles. That's like a nice addition, but again, nothing too exciting really happens in this game, unfortunately. The story, well, is pretty average, but well, you'll probably see once the end of the video how stupid it can be. It's not the most stupid story, but they do have some stupid moments. But yeah, since we got a little bit of downtime here, I want to talk about those other reviewers. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with them. I think the dude makes some decent points, but well, I can understand being a little bit confused about the story about this new Pac-Man, but well, most of them don't know that this is a new Pac-Man and not the same Pac-Man that we all know and love. Now, to be fair, the game doesn't really explain that, which I do blame Namco Bandai for not elaborating on that in the game, even though there's a cartoon series about it. But well, that kind of drives into my second point. Well, if you didn't know that there's a cartoon show based around this, I can probably understand confusion and not knowing about it. But if you're used to read about the cartoon series, I think the least you could do is probably look it up. I mean, you don't even have to watch an episode, but you could probably find out on Wikipedia and know a little bit more about the stories and why Inky, Brinky, Pinky, and Cry are, well, pretty much helping Pac-Man. But yeah, I think they could have done those other reviews could have done a bit better, but for the most part, I think I agree with most of the reviews. And as you can see there, you can also use the fire power to destroy these ice water things and create some platforms to get to the end. Yeah, but just one thing I do have to complain about. Well, there's many things I complain about this Pac-Man game, but one of the things that the world just seems pretty generic. I mean, the first world, for example, I mean, minus the ice stuff, you probably wouldn't know that it's from a different level if you just skip through it. Now, as you can see there, there's a doctor preventing us to go to that next level that Ghost is blocking. We need to complete these two levels and collect a certain amount of those power pellets. Yeah, the power pellets are kind of like the jigging notes from Banjo-Kazooie. You need to collect enough of them so you can advance to the next stage, which is not pretty hard to do, but it something that you need to be aware of. Okay, oh yeah, this is where we get our third power, which, oh okay, yeah, that's why I went back to go somewhere else, but we're going to be introduced to our third power soon enough. Now you attack these vending machines. Sometimes they give you pretty much health. Other times they give you like those coins to play those arcade machines. And there's Pac-Man also got like a skill power, which it's not really important to use, but I think it's pretty fun to use at least a couple of times because it turns the ghosts into the those classic fighting ghosts where they get that, where they all turn blue and get that weird facial expressions. I thought that's at least fun, and there's our third power up, the Chameleon Pack. Now with Chameleon Pack, you actually have two abilities. Well, one is to swing on those poles, which can be kind of tricky, but lucky for you, the game has this so you can practice a bit and you won't fall off to your death. And the second ability that you can turn invisible, which is used in the later levels of the game. You can also use it right now to sneak up on ghosts, but in the later levels, you're going to use it for some kind of stealth mission. And you can also eat ghosts. It has a decent range, but the problem with the chameleon suit that I have is that sometimes they don't lock onto the ghosts. I'm not sure if I'm not like facing towards them, but I always had trouble and it always end up hitting me, which one good thing about the powers, they count as an extra hit and won't count as taking a life away. So it's always great to have a power up just in case. But yeah, the chameleon power up, I think they could do better, but and here's a little rescue mission. But yeah, they could do better on the chameleon power up. But for the most part, I find it pretty decent. Yes, now you may have noticed that I rescued some people in the slime like earlier in the levels, and this is the first time that Dr. C told me that I need to save them. First time playing this game, this is actually the first time I actually saw these people in the slime, so it wasn't too off. So if you play the ice level first, you probably already know about rescuing the people trapped in the ghost slime. But other than that, and if you're also familiar with the cartoon series, you would have noticed that two of those characters are, I guess, part of the supporting cast of the Pac-Man show. One of them was a news reporter, and the other one was a classmate at Pac-Man school. And well, you technically see them later in the other levels, but as recurrers. Yeah, I can get why people may not like this game too much. I'm kind of on the same boat, but I don't know. I kind of appreciate the effort, and Yeah, some of the AIs can be that dumb too, walking into a boat. I think that happens to me maybe 2 or 3 times in my first playthrough, but yeah, sometimes. But for the most part, the AI is pretty good. There's really nothing game breaking about this, and well, I encourage people to at least rent it, give it a try. I mean, or wait for it to get really cheap. Right now it's $40, and it's a I guess it's a pretty decent price for a new game, but even then it's still kind of short, and I will recommend a rental, really. Yeah, kind of running out of things to say, but there you go, Ry-Pac. Goes on the table, that's what you are. Your only purpose is to give me points. Oh man, I hate these disappointing platform things. Well, they're not really hard to tell. I mean, it's easy, but I don't know. I just find it kind of pointless, and sometimes it can be a bit time-consuming. Not that the levels are long. I think an average level in this game is probably 5 minutes tops. But for the most part, it's pretty fine. Yeah, this is probably one of the rare instances that you probably see some cutscenes during the game. For the rest of the levels, you really don't see anything. Well, not much. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm kind of running out of material here or anything useful to talk about. But I don't know, I guess I chose the wrong game to start off my Let's Play thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, I may not be able to complete it because it seems like one of those games that gets boring real quick. So, and I don't think anybody really cares if they ain't gonna see the end of it. But I don't know, I just thought I'd give it a try. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What could I improve on? Or maybe I should. I do want to give Let's Play a try. I thought it's a pretty interesting thing to do, other than reviewing video games. But I feel like I'm kind of struggling here, coming up with some materials. But probably, if I'm going to do another Let's Play, or edit, then try to do better on my commentary, I'll probably try another game with some better materials. But I don't know, what do you guys think? I could use a few tips or two. Well, definitely more than 2. And good thing we are at the end of the level, because I'm starting to struggle over here. And of course, this game is for kids. Every kid's like burping, and well, unfortunately the cartoon got thwarting. One really bad fort jokes, but yeah, we're into this cutscene, and well, you'll see in a moment.
The Temple of Slime, just like the last one.
Aw, I thought it would lead to a new temple.
Yeah, for people who are the fan of the show, looking for something new, don't even bother, because this game doesn't even tell you anything new. It's pretty much a waste of time, and especially at the end.
Oh, I almost forgot. They went out to find you, but betrays his ghost.
How on earth do you forget somebody getting kidnapped?
Guess you better look
Honestly, I mean, I know that the Dr. C person is always forgetful, but even he doesn't forget anything that important. Dang. And well, we're almost at the end of the stage, but that will have to wait to part 3. Anyways, this is me, Bobby 33, and I catch you later.